Before we get to the final 20 competitors of Tournament 20, it's time to take a closer look at these special competitors. For this tournament, a scoring system was used to evaluate the top jumpers and their overall production on the course. For the scoring system, players were awarded 1 point if they competed in a tournament and failed Stage 1. If they got to Stage 2 and failed, it's worth 3 points. Failing Stage 3 is worth 5 points. Failing the final stage is worth 7 points. And a total victory is worth 10 points. Now that we know the scoring system, let's go ahead and look at the top 20 competitors. Kicking off this list with the number 981 is Pandas for Life. Pandas has competed 8 times on the course, and 2 times in tournaments 10 and 16, he made it to the second stage. The best he ever did was in tournament 16, where he failed the metal spin. And then the last time we saw him compete was in tournament 17, but with those runs, he scored a total of 12 points. Also scoring 12 points is the veteran Siren. He's only competed 6 times on the course, but in half of his appearances, he has reached the second stage. In just the last tournament, tournament 19, he also, like Pandas, failed the metal spin. That was his personal best, and since they failed the same obstacle for their personal best, the fact that Chris has been to stage 2 3 times gave him the lead over Pandas for Life. And they actually both tied with Ironbug Champion, who unfortunately has never beat stage 1, so that's why Ironbug was the last guy to not make it into the top 20. Coming in at number 983 is Asians, who is now actually Caucasians. That's kind of weird, but he's competed 9 times on the course, so tournament 20 will be his 10th appearance, and he's made it to stage 2 twice, and stage 3 once. He's the first of our competitors in the top 20 who have made it to stage 3. He did that way back in tournament 10 and failed the ultimate cliffhanger, and his total score is 15. At 984, we've got Paddy freakin'. Paddy has competed 7 times on the course. He hasn't missed the tournament since his debut in tournament 13, and he's made it to stage 2 3 times since then, and in tournament 16, he got to stage 3 and put up an amazing run, getting all the way to the vertical limit Kai. He also, just like Asian, scored 15 points, but that vertical limit Kai run was enough to give him the lead over Asians. Next up, we've got WeaponMatt, who just like Paddy has competed in every tournament since tournament 13. He, however, has been to stage 2 4 times, stage 3 twice, and the final stage once. That final stage run came in tournament 16. He got first place in that tournament, and then in the next tournament, tournament 17 as well, he finished in first. This guy totaled 21 points, landing him at number 985. Next up on this list is Bradley Freakin', who is the first person on this list who has competed at least 10 times already. Half of those runs he got to stage 2. He even got to stage 3 1 time. That was back in tournament 15, where he failed the crazy cliffhanger. But with 5 stage 2 attempts, 10 appearances, he has 22 points, landing him at number 986. Moving on, we've got Killer Demand. Killer Demand is entering his 13th tournament, and out of his 12 previous attempts, he has cleared stage 1 5 times and cleared stage 2 twice. His 2 stage 3 runs came in tournament 12 and tournament 16. Tournament 16 was his personal best as he got to the vertical limit Kai, just like Paddy Freakin', and he scored a total of 26 points, putting him all the way up at number 987. At 988, we've got Sane the Legend. Sane is a very experienced competitor on this course. He's already competed 15 times, and 4 of those times he got to stage 2, and twice he has been to stage 3. He actually has the longest gap between stage 3 appearances. His first one was back in tournament 6, where he failed the crazy cliffhanger, and he got back there again at 10 tournaments later in tournament 16, where he failed the ball paddler, but he got a total of 27 points. Next up, we've got Pixel Projects at 989. This guy has been around since tournament 5. He used to be known as Halo Legend 6, and he used to be a pretty weak competitor. He failed stage 1 a lot. But then in tournament 11, he broke through, and as of now, he has competed 13 times, cleared stage 1 7 times, which is extremely impressive when you consider where he started, and he has been to stage 3 once. That stage 3 attempt came in tournament 15, and just like Bradley Freakin', he failed the crazy cliffhanger in that tournament. He got 29 points, getting him this high on the list. At number 990 is the veteran Snoz. Snoz is a fan favorite for many reasons. Some people know him most for making Ground Pound Arena on Halo 5. Him and Paddy freaking worked on it together. But I know him the most for that Tournament 9 run. He got to the final stage in Tournament 9, which was only his third appearance. He, just like Pixel, has competed 13 times on the course. He has cleared Stage 1 6 times, and in Tournament 9, that was the one time he's made it to Stage 3 and to Stage 4. Obviously, that was his personal best, and he also got 29 points. Now we're in the top 10, and we've got Expose at 991. He's competed 14 times on the course, going all the way back to Tournament 4. Just like Snoz, he has been to Stage 2 6 times, but twice he has gotten to Stage 3. The first time was his newcomer appearance in Tournament 4. The second time was in Tournament 6, where he had his personal best, getting to the Curtain Cling. He totaled 30 points throughout his Halo Ninja Warrior career. Sleepy Slayer 5 is up next at number 992. He has competed 10 times so far on the course. He is now entering his 11th tournament, and his appearances go all the way back to Tournament 2. He's been to Stage 2 7 out of his 10 times. That is very impressive. And 3 times, actually 3 tournaments in a row, Tournaments 3, 4, and 5, he made it to Stage 3. He hasn't been to the final stage. The best he ever did was the hang climb in Tournament 3. He ended up with 30 points and has had a very impressive career. And the last time we saw him was in Tournament 15 when he got to Stage 2, so we know he's still got some juice left. Next up, we've got the first of the Xbox One All-Stars. This is DHG Fireball, who has only been in 8 tournaments, but he's still this high on the list because 7 out of the 8 times he's competed, he has made it to Stage 2, and 6 of those 7 times he made it to Stage 2, he made it to Stage 3. He still has not been to the final stage, but he did get to Stage 3 on his first ever appearance back in Tournament 12, and he made it there again in Tournament 19. He is on a streak of 5 straight Stage 3 appearances, and his personal best came in Tournament 19 as he just missed the final jump. The next Xbox One All-Star we have is Alpha Puma. Alpha Puma has competed 10 times previously, and only twice has he failed Stage 1. He failed it on his first attempt in Tournament 10, and again in Tournament 18. He's failed Stage 2 twice in Tournaments 11 and 16, but every other tournament that I haven't mentioned, he's made it to Stage 3. In Tournaments 14 and 15, he even got to the final jump of Stage 3. 2 times in a row, he got to the final jump and came up short both times. He was the first person to really do that. Fireball did it again in Tournament 18 and 19, but Puma was the originator of failing the pipe slider. But either way, he has been a very dominant competitor, and even though he's had some slip-ups in the more recent tournaments, he is still one of the top guys on the course. Next up, we've got the godfather / grandfather of Halo jumping. I know I always screw it up. It's UMP Double. He has competed 12 times on the course, including 5 Xbox 360 tournaments in which he failed Stage 1 every single time. But ever since the Xbox One, he has gone 6 for 7 on Stage 1 and 6 for 6 on Stage 2. And even in Tournament 18, he got to the final stage, which was very impressive. This guy has been jumping for a very long time, and just like Alpha Puma, he scored 38 points. Since UMP has been to the final stage, he obviously has a better personal best than Puma, hence why he got the higher number. But yeah, UMP Double, number 995, the All-Star, is just an incredible jumper. Well, there was no doubt that Buddy Jumps was going to be on this list. He is the first ever Halo Ninja Warrior Grand Champion. Way back in Tournament 7, he completed all 4 stages, something no one had ever done before. And in his career, he's competed 10 times. 6 times he's gotten to Stage 2. He's only failed it once, which was in Tournament 16. That was the last time he was on Stage 2, by the way. He has made it to the 3rd stage 5 times, Stage 4 twice out of those 5 times, and once he has gotten total victory. So he scored 39 points, and with as good of a personal best as you can have, he is number 996. Now we're down to only 4 competitors, and we've got iGametypes, the Xbox 360 All-Star, who is making his 18th appearance in Tournament 20. So out of his previous 17 attempts, he's cleared Stage 1 7 times, and surprisingly, all 7 of those times he's cleared Stage 1 were his first 7 appearances. He has not cleared Stage 1 a single time since then. He's on 10 Stage 1 failures in a row. He has made it to the 3rd stage 5 times, but never got past it. The closest he ever got to getting to the final stage was in Tournament 4, when he failed the last obstacle of Stage 3, but he outscored Buddy by 2 points, resulting in him being number 997. Alright, now this one's going to be a little different. So at number 998, we've got Drago is back. Obviously, he used to be known as Drago is sick. The weird story with him this tournament is that actually, just a couple days before the deadline to compete, Drago messaged me and said that he wasn't going to have internet for 2 more weeks. And unfortunately, the tournament had to get finished up before then. So Drago was unable to compete in tournament 20. His backup was Z-Master, so Z got the number 998. He will be running for Drago in that position this tournament. But we're still going to talk about Drago because he's competed 12 times in the past. 9 of those times he made it to stage 2. He even made it to stage 3 8 times, and all 8 times were in a row for him. He did miss tournament 8, so there was a gap between tournaments, but it was 8 appearances in a row that he made it to stage 3. And then he's been to the final stage twice. He was the first person to ever make it to the final stage back in tournament 5, and that was his personal best. He made it back there again in tournament 7 and got really close to getting total victory, but couldn't quite pull it off. And with 50 points, Drago is sick, earned the number 998. However, he will not be around to run with that number. The runner-up to number 1000 is the all-star Gotenks. Gotenks has an almost identical stat line to Drago is sick: 12 stage 1 attempts, 9 stage 1 clears. He's been to stage 3 8 times, but the only difference between the two is that Gotenks has made it to the final stage a record 3 times. Nobody else has ever done that. 2 has been achieved by a few different competitors, but Gotenks is the only guy who's been there 3 times. 2 of those times were in tournaments 10 and 11. He's also the only guy who's been to the final stage 2 tournaments in a row. So he is an outstanding competitor. He's been to the final stage on the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One. Him and Hunter are the only 2 people who can say that. So Gotenks is one of the most outstanding competitors, and that is why he is number 999. I hope you're ready for how ridiculous this is about to be. We're going from 52 points to 91 points for number 1000. It's Hunter Unit 751. He is the only guy who's been in every single Halo Ninja Warrior tournament, and that's already unbelievable as it is, but then he just adds to that by being the only guy to clear stage 1 in every single tournament. Nobody else will ever achieve that stat. Nobody else will be a competitor who's competed in every tournament, and honestly, he's got 19 stage 1 clears already out of 19 tournaments. He's looking at 20 for 20 in this tournament. He's got 15 stage 3 attempts. 2 times he has been to the final stage, and while he has not achieved total victory, I think the majority of people right now do consider Hunter the greatest competitor in the history of Halo Ninja Warrior, because from tournament 1 all the way until now, he has been competing at such a high level that there's really no one else who deserved number 1000, even close to how much this guy deserves it. Well, that covers your list of the top 20 competitors for Tournament 20. So hopefully everyone enjoyed that video, and hopefully you'll enjoy Tournament 20 Episode 3, which is coming out very soon, where you will see how all 20 of those competitors perform on the course. It's going to be a very exciting time, so make sure you check out that video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Check out the Halo Ninja Warrior Facebook page. And as always, I will see you next time on Halo Ninja Warrior.